Kinder Miracle Little Book, version 4.0. Table of Contents. Chapter 1. Kinder Miracle Beliefs. Chapter 2. Brief History. Chapter 3. Miracle Memes. Chapter 4. How to Sniff. Chapter 5. Government. Copyright 2020. Kinder Miracle. Chapter 1. Kinder Miracle Beliefs. The Kinder Miracle belief system consists of several key behavioral traits and how those traits are infamous in their effect on the average person's mental health. And we then get together and discuss these key traits and the effect they have on different traits of ourselves and other people. These traits can be categorized into something we call a stereotype. A stereotype is multiple traits put into a mindset or general vibe of some sort. For example, the common stereotype Karen, which is not of our creation, is typically a middle-aged woman who has very rude etiquette towards people who hold a store clerk type of position. They either ask for things in unrealistic or rude ways, or throw a temper tantrum over something simple, like a cook at a restaurant not putting enough pickles on their burger. Another thing Kinder Miracle firmly believes in is, as we call it, the annoying spectrum. It can start off pretty simple, with something like someone being just a little pesky, and then they become annoying, then perhaps cringy, then they become cancerous, or someone who is extra unlucky, they encounter someone who is Pepto-Bismol, which is an extreme version of the common stereotype normie, which by Kinder Miracle's definition is someone who has very mainstream bandwagon beliefs, like, for example, talking about a long-gone internet phenomenon from a couple years ago. But Pepto-Bismol is an extreme version of this, and this can be rare, but when an individual encounters it, they wish it was even more rare. Some notable stereotypes over the years include, but are not limited to, bald. They only wear hoodies with logos and name-brand shoes. They gel their hair to the side. They always have some sort of practice, whether it is football practice, soccer practice, or anything. They are also not really deep thinkers. They can also be slightly edgy at times. Basic. Think collectively and are usually dumb, and think depression is cool. Poopy towel. Full of themselves and their body suffers from it, and they always want it their way even if it makes no sense. Pepto-Blando. This stereotype is just average. The best comparison is in the Lego movie when the cast go inside Emmett's mind and Wildstyle says, "There is nothing in here." And that is the same for Pepto-Blando. They pay attention so well in class because there is just nothing shooting in the back of their mind. They rarely have any original thoughts, and whatever they say just feels empty, like "follow your dreams," or "you're beautiful just the way you are." Everything any teacher says, pretty much. They require a hive mind of average people just to think properly. A sensory comparison would be eating plain flour. Flour is used in cookies, which are interesting, but flour by itself is plain and boring. Chapter 2. This section of the Kinder Miracle Handbook is a brief history of the organization itself, from first-person perspective of Kinder Miracle was formed around May of 2018. We had a 6th grade field trip to a local park about 20 minutes away. Some friends and I walked away from the main group since we were bored, I guess. We then found another playground that was near the main playground. We then formed a bit of a joke that the playground looked like a kingdom due to its shape and scale. So my friends and I dubbed it Kinder Miracle. Since the company that created the playground was named Miracle, we also gave ourselves kingdom names as a joke, and after that we mostly ignored the entire group we created. To put that into perspective, it was basically just another join the club joke that we made in 6th grade. But somewhere along the way, we got more serious about this new group we made. We created the Pepto-Bismol stereotype while playing Foursquare at recess, and we decided that we liked ramen for some reason. By the time of the summer, we had 3 active members, and we strongly policed neighborhood activities for any sign of cancer. It seemed that our neighbors got fed up and created another join the club joke called Kingdom Schmiracle, which they later renamed the Flossing Empire. We had a bit of a meme war and had meetings every once in a while, but after a few weeks or so, while we were camping, everyone Schmiracle/Flossing Empire decided they were done with their jokes, so they decided to join us instead. We had no recruitment system, so everything was falling apart before our eyes, and the adult supervisors at the camping trip had heard more than they wanted about Kinder Miracle and Schmiracle/Flossing Empire. They tried their best to disband the entire meme war, and they succeeded. And everyone pretty much left both groups, but that gave us more time to get serious about our beliefs. And eventually more members came and more citizens joined the organization. And we started exiting the Dark Ages, where Kinder Miracle was just a joke. And we entered the Golden Age of Kinder Miracle, where Kinder Miracle stood against something. We created stereotypes, terms, memes, documents, and many other things. And that is the entire history up to the date of October 30th, 2020, where hopefully the golden age of Kingdom Miracle will prosper. Chapter 3. Miracle Memes. First off, the definition of meme does not specifically mean caption, photo, or video. Memes, although memes often take that form, as said by the Merriam-Webster Dictionary, a meme is an idea, behavior, style, or usage that spreads from person to person within a culture. Though it directly says that memes spread, miracle memes can differ. Though it may not spread on such a scale as the more common memes, it does spread across Kingdom Miracle members and citizens alike on a similar scale. How a miracle meme usually starts is how any inside joke starts. Something funny happens, and the individual will tell their friends, and they will communally accept it as a miracle meme either consciously or subconsciously. And within Kingdom Miracle memes do not die so quickly. We never really consider a meme cringe so hastily, unless of course the normies cancerize our favorite inside jokes. Then the meme may slide to a halt. That is also why whoever is reciting, remixing a meme needs to check for the appropriate audience first. If your common autocorrect, someone who can't take a joke, normie, or even Pepto-Bismol catch wind, that spells doom for the joke. Something Kingdom Miracle firmly believes in with mainstream memes is that there's an entire spectrum of dankness, which if you do not know is a sort of measurement of the level of amount a meme may make you laugh, exhale, or enjoy. Basically a measurement of how much of a meme is a meme, if that makes sense. At the bottom of the spectrum of dankness are unironic photos with captions of big white text on them found on meme maker apps. We either call these big white text memes or teacher memes. And let's say the top of the dank spectrum is at the top of the Statue of Liberty, and the bottom is at the concrete below. These teacher memes would be at the concrete, at the bottom of the statue, but something at the top would be state-of-the-art, fresh, new, dank memes that the normies have not caught on to. These memes go up to the very top. And what goes in the middle is very special. These memes are known as alpha memes. These are the memes that stick around and never truly die, or become victims of satire. Some notable miracle memes over the years include, but are not limited to, one of the first Kingdom Miracle memes. This one is definitely a classic. The origin, as said by a friend's dad, he stated that a co-worker he used to work with laughed going, So co-workers around the office started yelling, and from across the office someone would respond, And the usage of this meme is a greeting from a long distance. Sniff. During church, a few people would constantly sniff, and it became a meme as we started responding to it. And the usage is, a person sniffs, and another person sniffs, and it acts as a greeting of sorts. Or another use is when someone sniffs in class, you sniff back. And eventually everyone in the class will catch on, and start sniffing whenever one person sniffs. Thigh slap. This entire meme consists of slapping another person's thigh, and it lightens up the mood, and saying no homo is not required as it is already implied by performing a thigh slap. Boom. A boom is where someone opens the palm of their hand and thrusts their middle finger into the victim's belly button. It can be funny if unexpected. Boom chair is where someone sits in a chair and repeatedly gets boomed while timed until they quit. Chapter 4. How to sniff. Sniffing has always been a key element of Kingdom Miracle's culture. The basics are you sniff, and someone else sniffs. You can sniff to a friend, or to a room of individuals who have learned about the sniff. It is a greeting that is less awkward than saying hello or waving. It also shows loyalty to Kingdom Miracle, and shows that you are not a ramen, someone who is average and cannot be assigned a stereotype. Not a normie. Sniffing is not limited directly to Kingdom Miracle itself, though. Anyone can teach their friends or family as long as they are not on the annoying spectrum. If they are, then the risk of death could be imminent for the meme which we hold close. Contrary to popular belief, there is more than one way to sniff. The deliberate sniff is a deep inhale through the nose that has a high volume. This differs from just sniffing to inhale, since it is more deliberate. Then you would know it is the sniff, and highly recommended option to respond. The second kind of sniff is more of a trick for those who have mastered sniffing. It's called the groan sniff. And the groan sniff does not sound like a sniff, but instead is performed by doing a bit of a buzz groan at the back of your mouth. Like the porter yell, it should sound raspy and quite loud. It takes a bit of mastery to perform. The last sniff is the common sniff, which is a quieter sniff in a tone that is not meant to be responded to, although it can be funny every once in a while to sniff back. Chapter 5. Government. The government of Kingdom Miracle is a less strict kind. The government is held by the Sanro, which is a name for leadership of Kingdom Miracle. The Sanro is a government position currently held by 4 people who control all the lodges of Kingdom Miracle. The lodges are independently run subdivisions of Kingdom Miracle. To qualify as a lodge, your lodge must use the Kingdom Miracle Handbook as its reference points for the main ideals of the parent organization. A lodge can be a space in which an individual finds themselves, after revisiting day after day, such as a lunch table, a break table, a dumpster behind a school, a parking lot in a workplace, a Discord server, a Google Classroom, or even just a weekly meetup. Once a lodge is established, another requirement is to get in contact with the Sanro every month for a progress report. This can be an email, a phone call, a voice message, a DM, or anything else. This just helps to make sure the lodge keeps going on the right path. Ownership and involvement in each lodge is not very strict. An individual can own multiple lodges, although that means you have double the responsibility, and someone can be part of multiple lodges. Leadership of lodges has no definitive answer. Ownership is recommended to be shared, but can be owned by a single individual. Ranks in Kingdom Miracle are not very complex. A citizen is someone who is involved with a lodge, but is not yet confirmed to be worthy of the rank member. The member rank has no definitive benefits and advancement, but is more trust now that they have shown understanding of the ideals of Kingdom Miracle. The last rank is Lodge Master. This rank is just the individuals who manage the lodge, make the decisions, communicate with the Sanro, and make interviews for recruitment. Recruitment in Kingdom Miracle, once again, is up to the lodge, but the recommended style of recruitment is just to spread word of Kingdom Miracle and show them the handbook. If they agree with the ideals of the handbook, they then can be interviewed by a Lodge Master. Once they are accepted by the Lodge Master, they can join the lodge as a citizen and make their way up the ranks. Thank you for reading the Kingdom Miracle Little Book. I hope that your knowledge and understanding of our beliefs and ideas have grown. I believe that someday, Kingdom Miracle will become a worldwide organization of people who just want to be themselves. I hope that you will try your best to stay away from the cancer of the world and spread our ideas of mental and spiritual freedom. Miracle forever.